Hi, it is Amy the attorney, and I am here to talk about how to title your car so that it would go to someone else when you die. And this is something common that comes up when I am meeting with estate planning clients and they want to know about their cars and how they can get their cars to their children or grandchildren. So here's the situation. A car can be dealt with in probate, and that is the legal process that your loved ones will go through if you have not created any sort of estate plan. Secondly, I got distracted. Secondly, a car can pass through a trust. So if you have set up a trust, a car can be included in that trust so that it passes on to your beneficiaries, your loved ones, your family, grandchildren, children. But what I want to talk about today is if neither of those things are happening and you would like to prevent probate from happening, at least with your car, you can do what is called a transfer on death beneficiary. And basically, what that means is that when you at first title your car, so when you first buy your car or buy a used car, you have to go to the DMV to get the title. And so you're bringing to the DMV your property taxes, maybe an inspection, your insurance card, and then the application for title, and possibly the previous title that you have gotten from either the dealership or the person that you bought the car from. Excuse my ignorance on this a little bit. I've never bought a new car. I've only bought used cars, so I'm not exactly sure what happens. But so what you can do is when you do that, and I'm going to switch to the screen. I'm going to share this form. It's form 108, and that is the application for title in Missouri. And you will, let me get here. Actually, I'm going to go to a different one. Okay, so here is the, nope, that is for, boy, I'm really having a day here. Here we go. This is the one I want. So here you'll see the application for Missouri motor vehicle title. And I've highlighted some of the areas that you would need to fill out. Now, the thing about going to the DMV and doing this when you're at the DMV and getting the original title, this is, of course, the easiest time to do it because you don't need anybody there. You don't need to go and get it notarized. You're there and you can fill this out. Many times the DMV, the employees at the DMV would ask you what if you would like to do this, but they're not required to. So you would want to know this ahead of time. And so in this case, it would be the original title. So this is when the car is new to you. And you would be putting the checking the transfer on death. And right here is where you would be putting who it is that you want to transfer on death. So if it's a daughter, if it's a friend, if the title is only in your name and you want to transfer it on death, you would put whoever say it's your daughter, you would put that here. So that, and then you would fill it out, pay the taxes, pay the sales tax, pay the titling tax, all that. And then when you got your title back, it would say that it would have the transfer on death beneficiary designation on there, so that when you pass away, the car would immediately be titled. Now that person would have to go and get it titled in their name, but it would not have to go through probate. It would not have to go through a trust. That person then just receives the title to the car. Now they have to officially get it in their name, but you've done your part in terms of when you die, they get the car. Now, the second way that you do that is in this form. I'm going to show here that the one you would be doing is the corrected title. And so you would be going to the DMV to do a corrected title. Now, in this case, you would show up, You would say, hey, I want to do a corrected title. They would charge you $14.50. You would fill this out. You would then put your beneficiaries on here, whoever you would want in this case. They would help you fill all of the rest of it out. And then you would get a new title. The title would reflect who is the transfer on death beneficiary. And then the title would transfer to them once you pass away. So you can also do this application for Missouri title and license outside of the DMV. The nice thing about doing it in the DMV is that they are notaries. They can do the whole thing right then and there. You do not have to get it notarized by somebody. You don't have to get it, you don't have to fill this all out because I feel like it can be confusing. So going to the DMV is the best option. But you can do this outside of the DMV and mail it to the Missouri Department of Revenue to effectuate your title, the different title. So that is also a way that you can do that. So that is obviously something that comes to mind for a lot of people. If people are doing self-help, do-it-yourself estate planning, which I'm not a big fan of, obviously, I do this for a living. But but even people that come to me, I can give them this direction sometimes if it's what they need to see happen. So if you have any questions about estate planning, about wills and trust, and really just about making sure that your stuff and what you've worked hard for is going to go to the people that you want it to, please call me. I'm licensed in Missouri and Kansas. I would love to help you with your estate planning. I make it very easy and so that it's not a big hassle. Of course, we are talking about very extremely touchy topics. We're talking about death, and then we're also talking about disability in the extreme event that you would not be able to speak for yourself. That is part of what goes along with estate planning, is documents that can help your loved ones effectuate what you want to see happen if you are unable to speak for yourself. Those are powers of attorney, but we'll talk about that at another time. Anyway, so I'm so glad you're watching. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.